Hello there guys, good morning from Dhaka, Bangladesh. Time is approaching towards 4 a.m. here. I'm doing few videos. This is the second one. A little bit unwell from yesterday. I think a little bit of a kidney issue or something like that. I've been not drinking enough water. So I'm feeling a little bit, under the energy, a little bit, under the weather as well. So lethargic a little bit, but I'll try to do the reviews as usual. So today we have 3 videos. This is the second one, okay? So this fragrance, once again, I got this line. I've been buying left and right Lattafa perfumes, and because they are affordable. Honestly speaking, I have said this many times. When I create content, I want views. I want people to watch them, and people actually will buy these perfumes on most part because these are affordable. Okay, so this is called Jean Lo Maitre or Maitre. Okay, so this is the new version. I think this used to be called Matiere. Okay, but perhaps they changed the name because this is a dupe or take on Louis Vuitton Matiere Noire. So if I'm saying that name wrong, I'm sorry about that, but there are a lot of great fragrances, light, some dark ones from Louis Vuitton costing $500, $600, $700, depending on the bottle size. So I don't plan to buy any LV perfumes because out of my league, out of my budget. Yeah, I do have quite a few fragrances. I did buy fragrances that's worth like around this price tag, but nowadays I'm very picky. Okay, so I don't want to spend so much money on niche or high-end designers which are to me not interesting to me. Okay, so this is the fragrance we'll talk about and see how close. I don't know how close because I haven't tried the original, but I'll let you know how this perfume is. Okay, so this is very much like under $35. I think that's the price point, and these are you can say 35 or 25, I don't remember, maybe 35. Okay, so 35 to 40, give or take. In US it's like $40. Okay, so I've recently reviewed Azure, the Noir, and I think I did Vibe. Okay, there's also Fresh. They have at least 7 or 8. This is the packaging. Sorry, talking too much. Okay, so same packaging as the rest. Thankfully, they put the name in front. They didn't use just the same box for all. That would be confusing. So you can see from the front the name and what perfume you're buying. Maison Alhambra is a sub-brand of Lattafa. Okay, and these are very affordable houses. So it opens from the side. As usual, I'm assuming you haven't seen the other reviews or other packaging. So there's a 3-part presentation. It's a simple cardboard box, nothing much. It looks like a tester box. And then this part is nice, actually. This is like, reminds me of Jean-Paul Gaultier perfume, like boxes, or man, my head, I need more oxygen in my brain. Okay, like packaging or tin can. But these are like recyclable, okay, material perhaps, and this is plastic. Okay, but looks nice. That's where the bottle stays in there. It's pretty much like Louis Vuitton or niche perfume sort of a presentation. I like that. And the bottle is just like those other Louis Vuittons, and one of the best features are these magnetic caps. Even though not very strong magnet, you can see if I do that, it doesn't require so much force. So when you pick it up, the bottle is very heavy at the base, glass is very thick. Compared to that, the magnet is not strong enough. It comes so very easily if you pick it up. So if you have it at the edge of the table, it might drop and break. So be very careful. Pick it up by the bottle. Okay, do not pick it up by the cap because this whole thing is a cap, which is nice. And the atomizer is pressured. Okay, let's show you the atomizer. Okay, very nice. About this much it covers. No issue with the price point. Okay, so this is a very beautiful, fruity, floral, fresh perfume. Okay, the juice color is mild pink. It's not picking up at the light. Okay, and 100 ml is definitely good. So I have it on the paper. I don't remember. I did quite a few sample reviews from Louis Vuitton. So I don't remember if I covered the originator of it. If I did, I don't remember. So let's spray this some more on the paper, talk about it. So first of all, how's the performance? These lines, apart from the dark lines like the freshies, this is somewhere between freshy and dark because this one involves a rose, blackcurrant notes like that. But this kind of perfumes, they usually have that 4 to 5 hours longevity. Okay, projection and longevity is not the same. Projection on me when I wear this on my skin, because I'm wearing something else on my skin, I'm not putting it on my skin. These perfumes, they project for about 1.5 hours standard. Okay, and after that, if you have it on the shirt, maybe I go nose blind to it, I don't know, but other people can smell it perhaps. But I would say safe to say 1 to 1.5 hour for projection. Decent, very decent for the price. Is it 35? Yeah, I think it's $35. Just don't remember. Maybe 25, 35. Anyway, you let me know how much you pay for it. So for the price, I would not complain. Okay, this fragrance is very much a fragrance, love it or hate it. It's a very man, I always forget the word, polarizing fragrance. Even though this one doesn't involve like a oud with the rose, usually oud rose is the combination like the noir. Okay, this one is one of the other darker fragrance dupes from the Louis Vuitton lines. I think Ombre Nomade. This is very dark, oud leather with the rose combination, very very dark and a little bit stinky. This one doesn't involve the oud, so it becomes more feminine in my humble opinion, and it has that beautiful sweet rose, which is young rose, May rose, or English, whatever, the British rose. So this feels is a very pretty pink rose perfume centric, like pink rose centric. And I pick up beautiful opening of this black currant. Let me tell you the notes of the originator Matiere Noire. I think that one has black currant syrup, watery notes, rose, cyclamen, narcissus, jasmine samba, agar-oud, patchouli, incense, and benzoin. Okay, they do mention the originator has oud, but I never really picked up any oud. If there is any such oud, that's going to be very, very kind of like a blanche, like a blanc style. Okay, why? Because this is clean. So you definitely smell like fragrances like David of Cool Water Sea, something, the sea rose. You know, if you like those, this is that pink rose, and then the fruity up top, like Nishane Ani has some black currant. This one has some fruity like pear, black currant, so which is nice. Many men would like that if you like to wear it with like a gray color suit or a tuxedo, and then you have like a salmon color, you know, handkerchief in the pocket. I don't know, I'm just trying to say I don't wear jackets or suits, so I do not know exact terms, but you know, like beautiful, like, you know, you just are very fit and you have this nicely fit suit on you, and you have good hairdo, you know, like hairstyle and all. This is for those guys, and it's very pleasant. And those people who engage in conversation with others, you know, you can approach them, they greet you with a smile. This is the kind of fragrance I see men wearing. As per women goes, this is much easier to describe and recommend to women, because this would be a perfect fragrance for women for the spring days. Okay, like spring when it rains, you know, it's little bit mild breeze on a summer's day, not super heavy heat, because when you're sweating and, you know, this high humidity, highly likely this you're going to melt. Melt means not literally, but melting as in like you'll be sweating and your skin will be warming up and you start feeling like uncomfortable. That time I would say avoid this, because this rose may pick up, roses have this tendency to pick up headache inducing, you know, elements. Okay, like you put it on and you just like suddenly see something coming to your nose, which is something you don't like. So that rose needs that water around it. That means the rainy days would be perfect, spring, fall. The longevity wise, maybe this will last like 5 to 6 hours. Okay, because that base is kind of strong. The opening, the best part of this perfume is that opening for me. I love that opening, which lasts about 40 minutes. Then slowly the fruity notes, they move away. So from the other notes, like it's basically heart of heavy florals. So if you're not a very big fan of florals, I would say stay away from this. This is not your typical summer citrus or afternoon swim, or you know, what's the other ones, lemon cite. This is not like those. This is a bit different and clean rose surrounded by other florals. It's like being in a garden, like, or you know, you have a bike, you have a basket in front of you, which is nice floral bouquet you're carrying, and you have this nice light color blue or pink color dress with this nice hat for picnic and stuff. This is the perfume. Okay, so it's very pretty perfume. I personally like it a lot. I think it will require special occasion for a guy, let's say it's Eid, or you know, on the holidays, weekends, parties, you know. I would not wear this on a daily basis. Okay, like let's say when I'm on the run, what I'm going to pick up, I usually pick up fragrance like Dylan Blue, Sauvage, or something like ADGs, you know, because they're easy to wear, no brainers. This will require some thinking, thought process. Like you have your dress sort of, you know, like you have your shoes, everything you decided, but then you'll be like, what is the fragrance I need to wear? And then you have to give it like 5 to 10 minutes. And this is where this fragrance will be appropriate. So I like it a lot. I like this. It's not my most favorite from the line because I'm not very big fan of rose, but I think this one will get some sort of wearing from me when I'm in the mood for this kind of fragrances. Okay, I remember MFK, some of the MFK fresh ones, they feel like it. There's a little bit of a aquatic tone to it because of the watery notes. Okay, so at this point it reminds me of maybe Aqua Celestial. Is it Celestial? Aqua Vita Forte, you know, those perfumes, watery, a little bit different floral, fresh white florals with a hint of sweet, the rose what is called, they call it blackcurrant syrup and the rose. Okay, so yeah, it's a nice perfume, but if you're not fan of florals, avoid this. Okay, and test before you buy. Even though these are affordable, some of these fragrances can be not your cup of tea. I recommend this to women more. If you want to get something for your lady or your wife or your mother for, you know, special occasion, this would be a good perfume. Overall quality, longevity, I have no issue, but some people may say when I'm spending even on a cheap clone, 25, 35, whatever dollars, I want good performer from Middle Eastern houses. Maybe you'll be that disappointed because this is not a very heavy rose perfume. Okay, so you do not get 8 to 10 hours performance out of these. Okay, so keep that in mind. Overall, keeping everything in mind, this perfume, how much I would rate it? I would rate this like a very decent 7.7 out of 10 out of the whole line. It's a very decent fragrance. Not much of complaint. It doesn't have so much things to hate, but if you really want to get a perfume which is safe, this is not safe. Okay, so try before you buy. Okay, thanks for watching. Let's do a list, which I have something interesting coming up, and then we'll upload this. Take care, guys, and see you soon. Bye bye.